Good morning from Fast Company. Here's our daily look into what's driving today's creative business leaders. Leadership is often romanticized as a transformative force, the engine that propels organizations forward, inspires teams, and drives meaningful change. Unfortunately, mediocre leaders are often the norm and not the exception. Unsurprisingly, this brings significant costs to their performance, culture, and future growth. It leads to disengaged employees, high turnover rates, and diminished productivity, which directly impacts the bottom line. Mediocre leadership also erodes trust, stifles innovation, and creates a toxic workplace culture. Employees under mediocre leaders are less likely to feel valued or motivated, leading to a decline in creativity and collaboration. Here are 9 reasons we accept leadership mediocrity and the actions that we can take to break free from the mediocrity's gravitational pull. Number 1, comfort with the status quo. Organizations frequently resist disrupting established routines because they prefer the predictability of the status quo to the perceived risks of change. Mediocre leadership becomes acceptable because it feels safe, even if it's holding the organization back. Most organizations think that their leaders lead from a place of service. The truth is, most lead from a place of status they seek to protect. Organizations with entrenched cultures can struggle to embrace transformative change and view disruption as a threat. This reluctance leads to stagnation, which allows ineffective leaders to persist in their roles. Number 2, the illusion of success. Mediocre leaders often achieve short-term results, which creates the illusion of success while masking deeper dysfunctions. A leader might hit quarterly profitability targets while neglecting employee engagement, innovation, or long-term strategy. While driving for success is a reasonable business value, it shouldn't come by way of driving over those people who are trying to help deliver that success to your company. Number 3, promoting the wrong metrics. Many organizations prioritize technical expertise over leadership qualities when promoting individuals. Companies often reward skills like financial acumen or operational efficiencies, assuming these abilities translate to effective leadership. However, being skilled in one area doesn't automatically translate into being skilled as a leader. The ability to inspire, guide, and connect with others requires a completely different skill set, one rooted in emotional intelligence and vision. Number 4, lack of accountability. Mediocre leaders frequently escape scrutiny because organizations fail to define and enforce clear metrics for leadership success. Without accountability structures in place, a culture of good enough takes root, perpetuating subpar leadership practices. Number 5, the myth that experience equals competence. One of the most pervasive myths in leadership is that tenure or past performance in technical roles automatically translates to leadership competence. Organizations often conflate experience with capability, overlooking essential leadership traits like empathy, strategic thinking, and the ability to inspire others. This assumption leads to the promotion of individuals who might excel in their previous roles, yet struggle to lead effectively in their new positions. Number 6, fear of confrontation. Addressing leadership shortcomings often requires difficult conversations, which many people, employees and leaders, avoid. A study by the coaching firm Bravely shows that 70% of employees avoid difficult conversations. Challenging a leader's effectiveness can feel politically risky or personally uncomfortable, which leaves significant issues unaddressed. Number 7, siloed feedback loops. Mediocre leaders are often insulated from honest feedback due to hierarchical structures or a culture of fear. Employees may hesitate to voice concerns because they fear retaliation or believe that no one will hear their input. This lack of transparency creates blind spots, preventing organizations from addressing the root causes of ineffective leadership. At the highest levels, this phenomenon is referred to as CEO disease, which leaves chief executives only hearing what others think they want to hear. Number 8, underinvestment in development. Leadership training is often treated as a luxury rather than a necessity. Many organizations expect leaders to figure it out without providing structured development programs or ongoing support. A study published by Training Industry found that every dollar invested in leadership development yields a ROI ranging from $3 to $11, with an average ROI of $7. Leadership training shouldn't be seen as a superfluous cost, but rather as a critical organizational investment. And number 9, cultural acceptance of mediocrity. A "this is how we've always done it" mentality allows ineffective leadership to persist. When companies see innovation and transformation as too ambitious or unattainable, organizations settle for mediocrity. This cultural inertia stifles progress and undermines efforts to attract and retain top talent, who are increasingly drawn to forward-thinking dynamic workplaces. Breaking free from mediocrity. To overcome these challenges, organizations must take deliberate steps to raise the bar on leadership standards. Below is a simple 5-step process that organizations can follow. Number 1, redefine success. Shift focus from short-term metrics to holistic measures of leadership effectiveness, including employee engagement, team performance, and long-term growth. Number 2, invest in development. Prioritize leadership training and provide ongoing support to help leaders build the skills they need to succeed. Number 3, foster a feedback culture. Encourage open communication and create safe places for honest dialogue about leadership and performance. Number 4, hold leaders accountable. Establish clear metrics for leadership success and enforce them consistently. And number 5, embrace change. Challenge the status quo and be willing to make bold decisions to improve leadership quality. In today's dynamic workplace, the cost of mediocrity is too high to ignore. By moving beyond mediocrity and committing to excellence, organizations can unlock the full potential of their leaders and teams. Mediocre leadership might feel safe, but it's a safety that lives in a house of cards. A willingness to maintain mediocrity is a risk that organizations can no longer afford to take. The future belongs to those who dare to demand more of their leaders, of their teams, and themselves. That's all today from Fast Company. Talk to you tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.